One and go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the wild winds of Qatar. We're in the Middle East for, I believe, the first time this season. We're here at Lusail International Circuit, a great circuit, very much a driver's track, more so than anything. We're here for UCR. We're about halfway into the season. Well, we're almost halfway because this is round 5. Welcome along to International Paddock Live on Twitch and on YouTube whenever you join. And Angela's already decided to sod off. Right, let me try and drag the man back. Where is he? Where are you, Angelo? Damn it. There we go. Invite to my game. Who's he in a party with? Right. But yes, welcome to UCR. My name is Kacper. Happy to be along with you. Just me tonight. Nobody else clearly wanted to spend some time with me. I'm joking. But there is live racing on Paddock Blue as well with good friend Sam with race 1, I believe, of the BMW M4 Cup that ERL have got. That's live on Paddock_Blue. It'll be on Twitch. We'll be on YouTube even at some point soon. 19 drivers on the field, and it is full quali as usual, so we're going to see 4 at least drop out by the end of this. Rare appearance for Rookie in qualifying as we bring up track map and lap data. Is already invalidated his outlap. Very well done. The meme connoisseur of the league. I have tried to get anywhere near him today, but I'd like to think I didn't do too badly. But that's just my personal and clearly slightly biased opinion on that. Hi, Tiger. Hope you're well, mate. Glad to see you on track. Yes, please, Angela. Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh my goodness. Bear with me just a second. Send game invite. Yes. There we go. Right. Rookie on track. Go on board with him for a lap around Qatar, shall we? I wonder if he actually finishes his lap, because he doesn't often do qualifying properly. See what he does with piling down towards turn 1 now. 200 exactly miles an hour. Cars off the inside of that apex. Not often that you see that, especially with the sausage curbs that are there. Through turn 2, Angelo is back, about 100 miles an hour coming through there into the kink at 3. And then a little straight up towards 4 and 5, hitting 180, almost on approach. Slightly too much turn through turn 4, or right through 5, braking for 6, 31.5 after the first sector. Purple sector, by virtue of it, well, being the only person to have completed that first sector. Yellows for cars just trying to get out of the way through the sweepers. At 8 and 9, braking for 10. You don't brake too much. 90, 88 miles an hour. Slowest through there. And then we go up once again, up to through the kink at 11 and into best section on this circuit. Through 12 into 13. And then down towards 14. You're flat through all of them. 150 through that last one as well. Slight brake, slight lift into turn 15. 145. Odd miles an hour, braking for turn 16, exit crucial final corner, 104 miles an hour, lowest through there. DRS wide open as well. Base time of 24.399. That's not bad. It's very good considering we're talking about Rookie, who does not qualify really at all. Gary coming up to the line, the other RB in a party with Rookie Jam to the top at the moment. Where does Gary go to second place? Best his teammate by about 2/3 of a second inside Buka and Nick Fury. All three of them do better than Gary, as Callum on a lap through turn 10. First time in the Williams, as he's now coming up through the sweeper at 11 and into 12. Now imagine this on a motorcycle, because this is of course primarily a motorcycle track, more so than anything. It was only recently, so I don't want to say repurposed, but it was only recently started to be used for Formula 1. Minden's claimed to hydrate, but that was from yesterday, and I don't quite know if Mike fully went ahead with it. So once I get a little bit of water, I will commit to that, as Callum puts in a 23.604, puts him in second place. Mike Wall is 32.0, so not far off the pace. Doing pretty well, of course. Probably the oldest chap on the grid. He's doing pretty well. Often is a Q1 dropout. We've got ads coming in a couple of moments, so full quality still in play, as we'll be back with you in just a second. As they all go to an ad break, we're still looking on with Mike, who goes incredibly wide through, that's 13. Still manages to keep the lap live because he slowed down enough through that section into 15 now. Final corner of turn 16. I've just realised Jamie has changed his name from F1 Norris to Jamie O'Connor. Hurrah! I don't have to be confusing people. Mike Wall is to the line. He's a 25.7, only a second away, less than, from the other slowest time, which is Wesley. So that's pretty good going for Mike. As Jamie, 30.7. Now this could be quite an interesting McLaren lap time. McLaren have had a bit of a torrid time as late as Cam goes second. UCR Senna braking for turn 10. Once he comes through 11. Second sector's about here. See what triggers 58.5 as he sends it through 12 into 13. And through 14 once again, almost hit track limits on the inside of that apex into 15. And then final corner of turn 16. Quick on the throttle, 22.8 to beat to go top of the timesheets for now. Not going to beat it, or no, he does by 0.004 of a second. That is massively close for Q1 already. And we've still got Q2 and Q3 left to go. So if this is how close we're having it, I am quite liking that. Angelo, bit of connection issues at the very, very start. But is out on track with 11 to go. Gizmo as well, or should I say NCIS Berkhamsted? That's a place, isn't it? Pretty sure it is. Lord Joker could be starting a lap. Crete could be doing the same as Wesley goes into 10th place. Crete, I think, had to maybe let off a little bit through that section. I can see there was a lot of cars going down. As he stopped on track, I suggest he get a bit of a wriggle on, because the game, I'm worried that the game might despawn him. There's a Red Bull trying to catch a bit of a draft. Final corner here. This could be... Well, no, it's not. I was worried that it was going to be a drag limits penalty, but he's coming back into the pit lane. Now, welcome back those who saw the ads. If you don't want to watch the ads, of course, you can get a Twitch subscription. We'd very much appreciate that for only a couple of pounds a month, a couple of dollars. Please convert your own currency accordingly. Don't watch the ads, and you get all the added bonuses that come with it. If you've got Twitch Prime, why bother putting it on any other channel other than this one? You get a free Twitch subscription with your Amazon Prime account. In the pit lane, Tiger Buka starting his lap, currently 6th place, relatively safe in Q. Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. Let's see what Angelo's doing through the sweepers. We go on board. Nicely done. Second sector is just on the approach here. See what sort of time he sends in. Angelo 59.1. That's not bad. Should be safe, I think. But I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. We'll see. Into turn 15 now. Very close to track limits on the inside there. I was worried that he was going to hit those. Final corner. And we've got 59 laps of the race, because it is full quality and 100% race. 23.9 is his time. That should be okay in terms of making his way into Q2. Probably best not to get ahead of yourself through that section. Gizmo 26.0 as he hits one of the boards for braking, so that's going to irritate a few of the drivers, certainly. Tiger Buka as well on a lap. The bottom guys on one as well. Death and Finns. These two have been absolute powerhouses recently. Expect them to qualify towards, if not at the very top. Rookie Q1 right now. It's the if you know the Henry Cavill and I think that's Jason Momoa meme with Jamie and Jaham. That's pretty funny. I'll be honest. One of Rookie's better ones tonight. But his championship leader, twice champion in the 2 seasons that we've had so far. Of course, season 3 and then season 4 from around March, April time will be coming as well. So we're going to have at least 2 new drivers. Crete and Tiger Buka have both filled up seats respectively for full time as well. Tiger Buka full time in the Alpine and Crete in the Sauber. As here comes Alex 58-1. That's about on track with what we saw from Jamie. So this could be a top of the times lap. We'll see what happens as he comes up through the final corner. Long final corner here. But still very, very fast exit crucial. Didn't use too much curb here. 22.8 to beat. And he goes 22.5, top of the times for the time being. Alex doing very nicely. Finns 31.0 after the first sector. Of course, you only need to make sure you're in the top 15 once the session ends. Yells in the first sector for traffic. Through 15 and into turn 16. Whereas Finn's going to be going 22.5 to beat for top of the times. He goes to 5th place at the moment, so safely into Q2. But I'm not sure if that's quite what he would have wanted from his lap time. Still plenty more times to come in, though. We've got about 6 minutes left of qualifying. Actually, 5:48 and counting. The 2 Red Bulls are trying to better their laps. Mike Wall is better through 2 sectors marginally. Where's he going now? He better still, but still not better for a position into Q2. Currently Lord Joker, Michael's Gizmo and Small Girl, but that's probably going to drop down to Leclerc once Small Girl sets a lap time. But with the McLaren recently, who really knows? They've not had all that great pace in qualifying and have had some pretty torrid race results overall. So they'll be certainly hoping for the best. Sorry, I got a bit of crumbs because I had chicken nuggets just before I started the stream, so I had a little bit of crumbs sort of left over. I don't know why they've lasted in there that long and they're still crunchy, but I'm not particularly going to question it because the chicken nuggets I had are good. I'm not going to say where from, but not from a fast food place or anything like that. I'm too poor for that. On board with Lord Joker into turn 10. Trying to get himself out of the drop zone. Needs a 17,000 of a second improvement. That's how tiny the margins are. And he's up by almost half a second here. So it looks like he might just about be safe here. Heading into Q2. But of course, that's just 2 sectors. He needs to complete a third here. As he yellows in the first sector. But that's again just for slow cars moving out of the way into the final corner. 24.6 to beat. As his target for Lord Joker. He's not coming into the pit lane as he's going across the line now, so 24.1, so it puts him in 12th place as it stands. Probably wanted to be a little bit higher up the field, but nevertheless, he's out of the drop zone for now. Alex retires in first place. I can't say I'm particularly surprised. Senna's also retired in 4th place. The second of the McLarens is coming on to start their first lap in qualifying with only 3:30 left on the clock. Jam retires in 3rd place. I imagine Jamie's probably going to follow suit pretty soon. 30.6, that's very good for a lap time for Small Girl. Gizmo retires in 18th, so we've already got one position decided, and, well, that's a bit of a problem. Invalidation already. Could be trying to go again here. Could the McLaren? He's still got 3 minutes. Could do. But it does seem relatively unlikely. Lord Joker, he's just coming off of a lap. Crete is just starting one. He had a bit of revenge earlier in qualifying tonight on Mike, who held him up last time out in Imola. He's just done the same thing to Mike Wallace. Crete coming through turns 4 and 5. What sort of first sector is this? Not a very good one, clearly, because 1.2 seconds down, so something happened there through 4 and 5. I don't know if the car maybe unsettled itself or something or other, but that's not great. Lord Joker retires in 12th place as well, probably not looking, actually definitely not going to be able to at least better his time. On board with Angelo now. He's going to try to come through turn 9 and down to 10. Left-hander. Great on the drive. See what he does through the second sector. He's a 10th, well, pretty much a 10th and a half up. Could be a couple of positions if he can keep this going. Could get himself into that top 8. If he could. Angelo getting into Q3 would be a pretty entertaining prospect. Oh, very close on track limits through 15 and into 16. Sends that car in. Lines it up. Again, very close on the track limits. What's he got under the car? Slight improvement, but not enough for a position. Angelo stays in 12th. Crete starts another lap. Small Girl invalidates another. So they're going to have to go again, but I don't even know if they can. That's the problem. As into final corner goes Small Girl. Do they go into the pit lane? No, they've got one more shot to put in a lap to get themselves out of Q1 and into Q2. That's the big question. Crete is on a lap, or at least he will be. He is on one. He's marginally up, so one would say he's okay, but Rookie's still in the pit lane. So Rookie's somewhat confident with that lap time. A Small Girl sends it into 4 and 5. This could be pretty big. Keep an eye on Mike as well. He could spring a surprise and get himself into Q2. He's done it a couple of times across the course of UCR, so would not be surprised if that was the case, but we'll see. He's at least better than his teammate, which he has been past couple of races. I think he can be quite happy with that. Mike Wallace through the first sector. He's 3/10 down, unfortunately, on his lap time as we've got cars coming across the line. Tyker Bucher, I think, is going to be the first to do so from 8th. Where's he going? He stays in 8th place. I think Callum bettered that. Jamie on a lap as well, but we're looking down here. Small Girl is actually putting together a valid lap time. One more corner to go, and we can safely say if it's going to be valid or not. Into the final corner. Oh, very tight, very nice. That should be fine. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. 22.9, so McLaren 2 and 4 as it stands to Rookie out in Q1. Where's Mike Wallace? Is he going to send himself, or is he going to send Lord Joker tumbling out of the first session here tonight as well? Mike Wallace, 24.1 to beat, and he comes into the pit lane, so that's it. So your 4 that are going out of this session are going to be Rookie in 16th, Leclerc in 17th, Mike Wallace in 18th, and Gizmo in 19th place. As we're just waiting for drivers to peel into the pit lane. That felt like a good lap. It did seem like a good lap from the brief moments that I saw. It did seem like quite a good lap. And he's got yourself into 7th. If you can keep that going, maybe a Q3 appearance on the cards for yourself. As Jamie finishes Q1 in 2nd place. Hopes high for the McLarens as well. But again, the problem is for them more so stringing a lap time together, as we've got 1.2 seconds covering the top 14. It's pretty tight for esports standards, especially the ones we've got here at International. Paddock 1.5 covers the top 15. 2 seconds for the top 17, but rookie Leclerc, Mike Wallace and Gizmo out of Q1 here at Qatar. 15 minutes, 15 drivers. Who's going to make the top 10 shootout? Don't go anywhere. Actually, you don't go anywhere. I will have to, because I need to get myself a drink, so I'll be back in a sec. Hydration is important. Go, goodness me. Right, hello. Here we are. We're back. Cool. And batteries too. Well, no. I'm not having this slander. My battery, because I'm plugged in on a cable today. So screw you. I have got batteries. Just don't need them at the moment. Shut up. What I am going to do, out of pure attempted interest, is I am going to invite a certain person and see if they want to join for a little bit of a driver interview and possibly join me for a little bit of qualifying, so I'm not alone for the whole time. Inside goes fastest, 23.425. Gary second. Here comes Cam up across the line as well. There's an Alpine ahead. Tiger Buka slowest of the lot as hello rookie. Oi, how are you, mate? I'm not bad, actually. I've just reminded myself of something. I need to put the party stream button on. There we go. Right, have you ticked the checkbox? You should have one.
Yes, now I have.
Yep. Yes, now you have. Hello. Now everybody can hear you.
Hello.
Oh my goodness. How are you, mate?
I am marvellous.
First of all, in the meme war, are my memes level to yours?
It's nice to be challenged.
Oh well, I do my best. That's what I do. 16th in quali. How was that?
I don't really qualify, you know this, but a rule in the
Yes.
UCR is you must do a competitive lap, so that was my competitive lap.
That was your competitive lap, and rather conveniently, might I add, it put you 16th and just out
What a
of
coincidence.
Q1.
What a coincidence.
What a coinky dink! Yeah, what a coincidence. Who'd have thought? So you're still starting from the back then.
Yeah.
How different is it from starting from the back to starting from the front? Because again, you've got a lot more experience of the back side, rather.
Problem with the back is if you start anywhere, I always say, like, away from the first couple of rows, it depends on what track it is and depending on what turn 1 and turn 2 is. You're just asking for trouble, potentially. It depends on the race, depends on the weather, who's there, a lot of different variables. But I always say, start at the back, let the carnage into at the front, and then pick up the pieces. Sometimes, if everyone plays ball and everyone plays nicely, you don't get the opportunity, so you've got to work your way through the field, which sometimes I can do, sometimes I can't. But if people do go awry into turn 1, then I'm there to pick up what's there.
Yeah, so that it gives you that space to sort of make use of other people's misfortunes, I think is probably the most clinical way to say it.
Mm.
Yeah. So I've just made myself a bottle of squash at the same time. Apple and blackcurrant, if anybody is wondering. How have your recent races been so far this season?
I'm just consistent. I'm partnered with a fast driver, so my teammate's Blunt Blade. He will go for the top positions. He is quick. This isn't his track at the moment. Qatar is not a fan of it, but I'm just the consistent number 2. You want points? I'll bring them points in.
My call is heroes don't always wear capes. They are the memes king. He's just thrown that in.
I love you, Papa. Is that Papa or Mike?
Love you.
Mike Steele.
That is Papa Wallace.
I love you, Papa.
Not all capes wear heroes, Angelo. Goodness me.
I will say,
I mean,
credit to UCR for good attendance on a Friday night.
yes.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Well, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, because who would have thought that not only is it a Friday night, it's also 100% race.
Yeah.
Which it's not just a half an hour done and dusted thing.
No, plus a full
a
qualifying session as well.
Plus full qualifying. At times it goes to full, starting at around 8 o'clock. At times it sometimes goes to 11.
Yeah.
So credit to Jamie, Kieran, and the rest of the crew for actually making it work. Circuit. You like the circuit? You don't like the circuit? What's your feelings?
Not a fan of the circuit because it's so easy to pick up a track limit penalty, and you are going to see massive penalties tonight. I can just foresee it. Not from me, from me, but you're going to see it. I'm telling you.
I'm fully expecting it. No, I've seen multiple races around here where a lot of people have got double digits worth of track limits and almost actually disqualified themselves.
The only thing key to this track at all is it's fuel heavy.
Yes, that was good. That was going to be my next question because in previous, I know in the previous game it was a massive issue.
Yeah.
I don't quite know how much of an issue it is with this one, but what is the fuel problem like?
It's bad. I mean, it's not so much the last game. But the issue is even with this, like if you don't put enough in, and because there's such long run-offs on this track, it's very rare to see a DNF. So unless someone comes across the track, collects someone else, I wouldn't risk running out of fuel. I just wouldn't risk it.
Oh, why bother? I know what you mean.
Mm.
Right. Gary currently in ninth place at the moment. Almost won I think last season in the ELC 100
Mm-hmm.
or the season before, something like that. If it were for penalties, he probably would have done as well. Death to second. There's yellows on track as well. Just one quick thing before you go. Anything you'd like to say to the people, to the masses, that we definitely have masses watching?
I will put my mortgage on the line and say, Racing Bulls, me and Gary are winning this Constructors. ERC are coming in and taking this Constructors Championship home.
Oh my goodness, that would be brilliant. You put your mortgage on it, yeah?
Well, maybe, but yeah, we're taking it home.
Let me just write this down. Mortgage on the line.
I'm telling you, there's
Well, to be
no
fair,
way. There's no way we're not getting this. But Death's quick. Don't get me wrong, Death is quick. But there's a lot more quicker people who've come into this league who are giving him a run for his money. And me and Gary just can keep collecting the points over and over again.
Oh, definitely. Well, you've made your constructors prediction. This is round 5 of 12. Who would you put as a driver prediction?
That is a tough question to answer.
It's a tough question, but I never said that it was going to be easy now, did I?
Personally, I would love it to go to Gary. It's been long overdue for him to win a championship. He's a race winner. Doesn't matter where he's racing, it's long overdue for him to win a championship. His biggest battle is not competitors, it's himself with track limits. He's lost so many wins in different leagues to track limits. It's long overdue for him to get a championship.
Gary currently second in the championship, 17 points behind Death. 3 different podiums, no win to his name as yet, but one would imagine that there's only time before he does get one this season. All right, cheers, mate.
All right, mate.
Long may the memes continue.
All right, take it easy. Have a good night.
Take it easy, mate. Take care. Cracking stuff. Yeah, that is actually a good shout for Gary. Gary currently second in the championship, overtook inside at the end of the race at Imola, who's 7 points further behind Gary. Finn's in 4th, Jam in 5th, and then it's Senna, Callum, Jamie, Rookie, and Small Girl rounding off your top 10. And the team standings again, Racing Bulls bridesmaid to Mercedes, 10 points difference though, not very much in it at all, as Cam goes to 4th place with the 123 007. I should probably also put the party on invite only in case somebody else decides to join out of nowhere. There we go, for my own sake. It's not happened to me, but I know it's happened to 1 or 2 other people. Tiger Buka, new man to the league in Q2 already, Simtech driver. And he's coming around the final corner into the front straight. 23.061 to beat. That's his personal best. Doesn't beat him, but gets pretty close within a single tenth. So he stays in 5th place as it stands with 2:12 to go. And there's still plenty of cars that we need to see actually start their lap. Inside retires in 1st place. Small Girl puts their lap time into P2. Finn's the other big name, as well as Jam puts himself top of the session so far, 122.559. Through the right-handers though goes Finn's, the New Zealander. Needs to string a lap together, because at the moment he is looking to go out. Gary also at the moment looking to make his way out of Q2. As Finn's 122.5, and he doesn't quite get that, but he gets 4th place. 122.757 is his personal best, pushing Crete, his teammate, down there. Lord Joker down 5 seconds through the first 2 sections. This is not going to be anywhere near a competitive lap time. Crete's just started one. Wesley's still in the pit lane. I don't think, no, he's not going to be coming out. So Wesley is going to be at least one of the guys that is making their way out of Q2. Angelo needs to get a bit of a hurry on here. because this could be tight. He'll make it, but second or two to spare. That's worrying, because again, he was saying earlier that he thinks there's a very good chance that he can make it into Q3, and I'm sort of hopeful that he does. Jeffrey, apologies I couldn't make it tonight, guys. Come on, Williams. Well, you got Callum in 9th place as your replacement at the moment, Jeffrey. And thanks for the follow, buddy, by the way. And Angelo in 15th, still not actually set a lap time, and he's got 20 seconds to go to actually start one. So he needs to get a bit of a hurry on here, because he's got one of the Saubers right in front of him. Or is this going to be Crete, or is this Fins? It's one of them's going into the pit lane, and it's Fins that's coming to the pit lane. So Angelo, with about 3 seconds to spare, has actually started a lap. Wesley out in Q2. That is one name that's decided. Jamie on the bubble as well. That could be quite an interesting affair, as Lord Joker 1:23.327 to beat. Needs about half second improvement, or not even an improvement. So Lord Joker out in this qualifying session. Jamie through the final couple of sections. He's half a second up almost on the first two sectors. So one would imagine he can put in a decent time and get himself up towards that top end. Not even a full second splits the top 12 as Jamie actually puts in a fastest lap, which is cracking stuff, but puts Callum right on the bubble. So it looks like it's actually almost definite that one of the Williamses is going out. The question is, which one? Gary in the drop zone. Here he comes around the final corner. 1:23.9, his personal best. Needs a 23.3 to get himself out there. And he puts in a 23.2, but he puts himself 11th. And Gary is out in Q2. That is a big knock to his championship aspirations that Rookie was hyping him up so much for. As Creek to the line as well. 12th, he stays 12th. And Angelo, what's he putting in? I couldn't actually quite catch that. Where's he gone? 14th. So both Williamses out in Q2. Along with Gary, Creek, the new full-time driver in the Sauber. And Wesley is going out as well. So there's some big names that are actually going out. Quite close on the bubble as well for Callum. 1.2 seconds separates top 15. But we've got a debutant in Q3, and we've got all sorts of stuff happening. So don't go anywhere. Right, we've had Rookie. Who do we have in Q3? It's like a little bit of a driver interview. I wonder if it's possible to get Michael. I'm going to invite him and see what happens. Right. 12 minutes to decide pole position. Jamie, Tiger, Small Girl, Finns, Inside, Jamnik, Fury, Death, Senna, and Callum are going to be fighting it out for that one. Don't forget, all of our races are uploaded fully to YouTube. So if you want to watch them a little bit later on, you can do so on the International Paddock YouTube channel. Just give us a little search and you'll very easily find them. In fact, right now we've got the premiere of Wednesday's race at Zandvoort for the ELC managers. That is currently being premiered right now. The first round of the ERL 911 GT3 Cup has been put up earlier today as well. That's with Sam in the comms box, so be sure to go, obviously, give Sam a little bit of love for that one. Meanwhile, let's focus on the action here. We've got 10 minutes left of qualifying to go. And everybody's sort of just starting to bring themselves out for the first lap in this session. Usually around about 2 laps, but a couple people may decide to go for a third one. It does happen a little bit more often than you think. Where's my pings? Who's been tagging me? Who wants my attention? Oh, it's just World Online Racing as well. Okay. Cool. 10 to go. As in 10 minutes. As we've got the first couple of people starting their lap times. Less pressure. Come back in a sec. There we go. 10 minuti. I'm going to pretend like I can speak Italian here. Inside on a lap, Jam on a lap. The only person still in the pit lane is Nick Fury, but he is moving down that pit lane like a man possessed. Who's actually going to be the first to cross the line? I think it might be the Haas, you know. It does look to be, I think. As we swing it in to turn 9, braking for 10. See what he's doing through here. Bit of overtake, bit of ERS being used as well. As into turn 12, over the curbs on that inside, through 13, same there. And then into 14, likewise as well, into 15. And just imagine how much bikes are leaning coming through some of those corners. Come up to the line now. Where's inside going to go? He topped the session last time out. It's a 23.302, so nowhere near what we're going to see for pole position. Small Girl is putting a lap together as well. 23.737. There's a Ferrari coming up to the line now as well. That's Jam. Jam puts in a 22.7. Jamie goes across the line now as well. Where's he going to be going? DRS wide open. And he goes to second place, 22.816. Callum on a run as well. Finns and Alex likewise. Finns goes fastest, 22.2. Tiger Buka up to, well, he actually stays in 6th place, 5 thousandths down on Small Girl. Is the debutant, as these two are coming up to the final corner now as well. With 8 minutes to go, just under. Into the final corner. Where's Callum going to end up? Not been in the Williams yet this season, has he? So we'll see what he can manage. Manage 2nd place. That's very, very good. Where's Alex going, though? He goes to 5th place. That's not quite what we expected from championship leader and defending champion into 5th place. But, of course, all sorts of stuff can and often does happen. Nick Fury in a lap, though. Sends it into turn 6. As we welcome you back to UCR. Goodness me. I think I added a little bit too much squash into that. Where is my big metal bottle? I've got like this big metal bottle with a straw, but I can't seem to find it, which is really, really irritating. But, you know, we move. We kind of have to, I suppose. On board. Oh, invalidates though, does Nick Fury. Tiger Buka could be going again. Does he go again? I thought he was going to, but a little too slow for that one as he comes into the pit lane. 6:30 left in qualifying tonight. Then we've got a 59 lap race still to come. That was my mouth, not an actual fart, don't worry. Don't stress yet. Callum's rejoined the session. More racing on this channel as well. RFL tomorrow night at 8 PM with Scott in the box, where they're going to be around Barcelona on the 1st of Feb. That's going to be tomorrow night as all the cars are peeling into the pit lane. And then Sunday night, we've got the race at Zandvoort, I do believe, for ERC. Yes, it's the ERC Masters with Andrew and Michael. Forgot the new Sims game is out because a friend of mine has just sent me that she's bought the Sims 1 and 2 remastered collection. Can't wait to hear about them. Anyway, right. Final laps, maybe? Not quite, I don't think. Could be, though. Depends how brave a few of these guys are feeling inside. He had a lot of pace in Q2. See if he can match that through the rest of this session. We've got less than 5 to go here, so we are going to be seeing some of these guys on final laps. Senna on his first lap even, because he wasn't able to set a valid lap time in Q1. Not in Q1. Earlier in the session on the first laps. If he wasn't able to set a valid lap in Q1, he wouldn't bloody be here. That's what. On board with the Sol Aston Martin. That's 8 teams, I think, in Q3, which is pretty good. Although, not to be a bit of a nitpick, I have seen a couple occasions where all 10 teams have been represented in Q3. Not that I'm trying to push anything, but that is something that has happened previously. Inside, massively faster through that first sector. Finns retires on a 22-3 pretty much. I don't know, man. That could be a little tight. But who knows? We'll see what happens once we get to the end of this qualifying session in like 3 or 4 minutes' time. Inside through the second sector, what's he doing here? Oh, he's up 0.8 of a second here. He needs to get another 0.4 through this final section here. You can easily pick that up through, turning in better through 12, 13, 14, and then braking less through 15 and 16. I know it's only a little bit of a lift through 15, but it's a bit of a heavier brake through 16 as inside to the line. Are we going to see the first 21 of the session? Oh, not quite, but he goes second place. Ooh, that's pretty tight up there. Tighter than probably Finns would have wanted it to be. And now he's retired. He can't really do anything about it. So we'll see what happens as Senna comes down through the final couple of corners. He's going to set his first proper lap time of the session as Tiger Buka goes to 6th place, which is a very good start for a debut. Senna to the line. Where's he going? Oh, he goes into 3rd place. Within a couple of hundredths of Callum, who's just about to come out of the pits, I think, around about now. So a couple of these guys gone for an early final lap. Others have gone for a late one. But nevertheless, a few of these guys are still coming out now, including Small Girl, who's still on a lap as it stands. Whereas Small Girl through the first 2 sectors up by half a second. Keep it up. You could match Alex. Depends what you can do. Through this final sector, of course, into 15, final section at 16. The McLaren round the final corner and up to the line. Yellows in the final corner. Where's Small Girl going? To 5th place. That's a very, very good final sector. Managed to pull out about half a second as well, within 3 thousandths of Callum, who's just started his lap as Jam goes to the top. That's a pretty healthy lap time. Tiger Buka could go again if he wanted to. But of course that is a little bit dependent on... Oh, he does go again. Alright. We'll see what he can do. Of course those tyres are going to be a little bit older, a little bit more used. A Small Girl into the 6th corner on this circuit. We might be able to start another lap if they wanted to. It's going to be tight inside and centre in the pit lane. So that's their qualifying session done and dusted. Finns can't do anything. So his highest is 2nd place because, of course, he has retired from the session. Jamie now topped Q1, did very well in Q2. See if he's going to be wanting to replicate that first session more so than anything. through turn 2, into 3, up towards turns 4, swing it in, and turn 5, keep it in. Nicely done, 30.6, 100th of a second up on his personal best. Right, second sector is coming up now. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I think Small Girl just missed out on that. Oh no, Small Girl's just missed out, and Jam's finished his session as well. Oh, that is unfortunate for McLaren. More qualifying struggles for them as they mistimed their actual driver to go. As Jamie 2/10 up through that second sector. See what he does through this final one. Tiger Buka finishes in 8th place again. Not a bad place on debut, especially with some of the pace that is displayed here. As round the final corner goes Jamie Lee Gona, twice the bridesmaid in the championships. Is he going to be able to take pole position tonight? No, not quite, but he stays in 7th place. That is really unfortunate for him. Nick Fury doesn't set a lap time. He has to start in 10th place. Big question though, Alex and Callum. Callum stays in 5th place, doesn't even improve his lap time as Alex, right, champion. Here we go. Is this going to be a champion performance, or is he going to stay a little bit lower down? Oh, that was second just about, I think. Yeah, it was second, so Jam is going to take pole position here in Qatar. And I imagine he's very, very happy about that. But Jam is taking pole position. Alex second, Finn's third, inside fourth with Senna, Callum Smallgill, Jamie, Tiger, and Nick Fury, who didn't actually set a lap time. 3/4 of a second just over. Split the top 9. Would be the top 10, but of course, no lap time for the Irishman. We've got 59 laps coming your way here at Qatar. Do not go anywhere. See if we can get driver interview with pole position as well. Right, can I get driver interview with pole position? I wonder. Invite to my party. I wonder. 59 starts. We've got about 5 minutes. Cheers, Jamie. Yeah, right. Race director. See what we've got. Everybody on medium tyre so far. But I imagine that is going to change over the next little while. See what sort of memes we've got in the Discord. I'm just looking at some of these memes. It's brilliant. Jam search history, so you know how some sins are unforgivable. Right. Oh my goodness. Brilliant. Brilliant stuff from these guys. I like to say I did contribute myself because, I mean, I did. But... if you bear with me, I've got my flatmate that needs my attention, so bear with me for just a second. Yeah, why not? Right, we're back. Hello. Apologies for that. Had a flatmate that was locked out. We're still looking at a 59 start. Pardon me, good grief. We should be getting ready to go in a couple of moments' time. See what we're saying. Pardon me. Right. Championship standings, like I said, Alex currently leads the pack. Gary second inside in third place with Finns, Jam, Senna, Cal, Jamie and Rookie in the top 9 with Small Girl in 10th place, Wesley in 11th. Lord Joker 12th, EXO 13th, picking up a podium as well on his only appearance so far this season. Nick Fury 14th, Jeffrey, who was not able to come tonight, he's in 13th place. 3 events completed out or attended out of 5. This one included. Mike Wallace in 11.16th place. Sam on 17th place on 9 points with Mr. Bust, Jamie, not Jamie, Gizmo and Angelo in 19th and 20th, respectively. Tyres, let's have a look, shall we? No, I don't want telemetry, I want you. There we go. Mostly mediums, couple of hard runners, especially sort of that low top 10. Has got the hards on, wanting to run a little long. We did hear from Rookie early on, as we've got just Semper. Don't quite know who that is. Oh, he's one of the replacements. Yeah, so he arrived late, so he's starting at the very back. Anyway, right. Okay. Whew. He only joined earlier today, actually, as a matter of fact. So, welcome. Try not to be late. 20 drivers, though. This could be quite interesting. What's happened to one of the McLarens? Who's that far back? Jamie's that far back. Probably trying to coordinate everything and so on. Overtaking spots. Well, turn 1, really your biggest one, through turn 4 on occasion. That's really it. Not too many overtaking opportunities on this circuit. But, who knows, we could see all sorts of malarkey happening tonight, especially with this amount of drivers. We've got 20 of them. And that usually does cause a little bit of jeopardy and chaos, especially into turn 1. Turn 1's quite a long corner, big braking zone as well, even at the start. So should be quite an interesting run down towards turn 1. We've got the view from the rear here as we get ready to go. All 20 cars lined up on the grid. DRS is now disabled. Well, as if it wasn't disabled in the first place. 3, 4 and 5 lights are on. And we're underway, get a cough already, as that looks like Senna's not had too bad of a start. Inside could be making up a good couple of positions. He's got the inside on the Sauber of Finns. Is he going to take second place? Finns is going to fight it, though. He's not going to let it go without a fight. He's been given the outside, but now he's got the inside through that first complex of corners. Meanwhile, more fights further back. Senna, Callum fighting for 5th place. Nick Fury right in the background. They're trying to keep a watchful eye on whatever happens. Tiger Buka and Creek swap positions as well, 9th and 10th. Small Girl right in the back of that, and Semper has moved from 12th to 10 in from 20th to 12th even in just a couple of corners, which credit to you, mate. That is a hell of a start. I'll be honest, he's right at the back of Smallgood, trying to catch up to the rest. Meanwhile, it is side by side. What's happening to Nick Fury here? A bit of a problem for him through the sweeper section. He's losing a lot of positions as he peels through turn 10. He's back under full racing speed. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Crete and Jamie side by side. Crete's got the inside into turn 12, and oh, you're not going too wide into that corner, surely. So he's keeping that position at least for now. But Jam does have the lead, got a great lead off the start, and he's leading the pack through the final corner to start lap 2, 57. I thought it was 59. It's 57 laps. Medium hard, medium hard. Probably the only strategies that the game is suggesting. Great. Okay, Jam fastest 29, 113. As there's a battle for 5th and 6th once again. Senna trying to hold the outside line. Callum shoving his nose down the inside to keep the position. Can he? No, he can't. Angelo retires in the pit lane. Not quite sure what's happened there. I'm sure, hopefully, we can maybe get a car got destroyed. Ah, mate. Unfortunate. Damage on all surfaces. You want to jump in the comms box anyway? I'm joking. Well, you can if you want. Battle for first place at the moment. Jam and Finn's making their way through turn 10, and Angelo's left the session. Okay, so he's taken an early night, clearly. I'm joking, I love you. 9th and 10th on the cards. Could be also with 8th place. Jamie at the front, the Sauber in a McLaren sandwich. Further behind is Semper, who's made up quite a lot of positions. As we make our way through the right hand, as wide goes Small Girl. Could very, very easily be a bit of oversteer, but like we heard from Rookie earlier today, track limits around here are a big pain in the bum, especially with all the runoff that there is. Finns takes first place, Death takes third, as the position changes wholesale really up here. Tiger 7th, loses it, does Callum, as it's still too wide almost, as Crete also takes 8th place away from Jamie as they make their way through into the first chicane, sort of. It's sort of massive corners. I don't quite want to call it a chicane. I don't really know what exactly you want to call that. But anyway, battle for... let's keep an eye on 3rd place. On board with Inside. Currently 3rd place in the championship. Floorboard, board, side pod, wing, and diffuser. What happened, mate? Good grief. Obi, I will message you the link in a little bit. Can you please remind me later? I will happily help you out with that. Sauber spun into me and got round from behind. Youch. That's not great. Unfortunate, but you know, back next week, I suppose. As Finns puts in a new fastest lap, changing the lead once again as Jam retakes it from Finns. Is there going to be a change for 3rd place as well? Yes, there is. It's 3 wide down the front straight into turn 1. It's inside in the middle. He's going to have the outside line here on Senna, who's going to take 2 places in just one go. Or is it? He's going to have the outside line through turn 2. Can he hold that position? He's going to have the inside through 3, and that is a brilliant move from Senna to hold into 3rd place. Inside isn't going to give this up though. He's going to try and force his way up into turn 4. Couldn't quite manage. And he is up into 3rd place. Contact as well from Death. Yeah. If you go to the Simtech server, if you go into just any of the announcements channels, if you find a guy called Kacper, yes, or Kacper, that's me. If you just pop me a message, I'll send you the Discord later. Thank ya. I'd normally do it, but again, it's just because I'm on my own, so I'm sort of not wanting to take my eyes off this. Which, I mean, trying to take your eyes off this is heinous. Some would say. Into the final corner we go once again, starting lap 5 of 57. Kacper picks up 3 seconds for track limits as Fins takes first place once again. Are we going to have another battle for third place? We are. Inside is going to have the better line through into turn 1. It's a much better move than he had to do last time around. He had to fight it all the way through this whole first section. But this time, no fight. Crete and Kacper going side by side through turn 1. Kacper's got that inside through that first corner, but that second corner is going to lean so much more towards Crete, but that inside hasn't quite worked, not got the traction, has that Sauber. And he's going to have the switch back here into turn 4. It's too wide into here, the inside, over the curbs. Is he going to have to give that back, I wonder? Or not, it's still too wide through turn 5. And Crete picks up that position. Very nicely done by the Dutchman. Cracking stuff. And all this is doing is the guys behind the McLarens, the Alpine, the two RBs who have sort of converged. Gary starting in 11th, Rookie in 16th. They've sort of converged at 13th and 14th as well, which is, considering they're wanting to make a run at the constructors, I don't think this is going all in their favour, but, you know, all sorts of stuff can still happen. Callum in 7th place, one of the reserves. Drop back from a Tiger, who's got a lot of great pace, has the rookie. As we're coming down towards turn 1 once again, Senna making that move on inside. Can Death do the same thing into turn 1? I wonder, can he? Oh, no, he can't. Little bit too far away on that one. DRS not working as well as probably he would have wanted. As we're back with this big gaggle of cars, changing position for 11th on the cards here is Lord Joker. Going to hold the inside line through turn 1, and he does make that position up. Very nicely done. Ran a little bit wide, but it worked very nicely in his favour. So Small Girl down to 12th place. Let's actually have a look at position changes. Kacper up 11th as he's going to try and make the position that he created on him just a lap ago. And that is a very clinical move from the man who started right at the back due to being late and not being able to take part in Q1. He's right at the very back, and Lord Joker's lost a good amount of positions as well. The RBs are side by side. Gizmo's trying to look up the inside on Gary, who's being nudged wide, and it's still two abreast as we come through 8 into 9. But the outside line is working a little better for Gary than for Gizmo, so Gizmo loses that position that he just gained. Well, gained for a brief moment. Who do we want to have a look at? Yeah, let's have a look at these guys again, because there's another change in lead. Crete and Nick Fury pick up 3 seconds for track limits. Okay. Right, let's look a little further back. Inside on Senna. Is it going to be a change, or is it going to be 3 wide again? Death looking for that move on Senna. Oh, he's going to have a go at it, you know. He's not quite really far enough alongside, though, to be given the space for that one, so he has to stay in 4th place as it stands as well. Crete ahead of Kacper, so these pair are going to keep on battling for a good little while, I think. Oh, this is great. This is probably one of, if not the best, races at Qatar I've seen, and we're already 8 laps deep. Defensive move from Crete, not letting Kacper get the run on into turn 4, but into turn 5 is 2 abreast through there. Who'd have thought you could make a move through there? Almost another through 6. This is cracking stuff. This is amazing stuff. Who'd have thought? Wow. Goodness me. Well, what a race we're having already. Right, top 3. Let's go again. Let's go round again. Death picks up 3 seconds for track limits. Mike Wallace makes a move on Leclerc, but that's immediately taken back as the top 2 change position once again. Senna making the move on inside, so Senna's back up to 3rd place. Can Death be looking to make the same thing on inside? Yes, he is. He's giving it a good go, but is he quite alongside? Yes, he is. He's much further alongside this time around as he makes that position into 4th place. Not permanently, I'd imagine, but better than he was in 5th place for the last couple of laps. as we're on 50 to go now. I know, 50 to go, still quite a lot. Michael Hudson and Leclerc are still fighting for the last of the points. Of course, it is top 15 that do get points. As we're coming through this section. Actually, before I forget, I am going to send the server link to you now, mate. Invite people. Jam's picked up 3 seconds for track limits. As where are you, good sir? I think that's you. Yes. I'm going to send you the link now, mate. I hope that's your account. There you go. Right, inside on Senna. Death as well makes his way up to the top 3 for the first time in this race. Not a great qualifying by his standards, but he's still up into the top 3. Yep, I sent it to the right account. There we go, Bosch. Cool. Why am I saying Bosch? Anyway, right. Crete and Semper. Oh, great looking to defend from Semper. Who? Oh, there goes Jamie into turn 6. Semper using that outside line, still defending. We're on board with Jamie, who's going to have the outside through 7. Oh, but the outside through here is not worth it. It's much worse on your tyres. And it's considerably further off the racing line than it is the inside through 6. Making it through 10. And into the right-handers. Oh, he's getting ultimately close. This could be interesting, changing the lead as well as Jam overtakes Fins as we make our way down towards the final corner. Ooh. Crete still defending from Semper. The 2 McLarens further back inside on Death. Up into turn 1 as these guys are too wide down the front straight once again into turn 1. And look at Jamie out of nowhere. He could have been taking 2 in 1 here. It's still 3 wide. Down to 2 with Semper. He's still going to fight it through that second apex. But we're on board with Semper, who's got Jamie on his right. Got Crete right behind him. He needs to be very, very careful about what he does here as he sends it into turn 4. I think was that a little bit of contact. Crete's forced wide. Through goes Small Girl and also almost through goes Rookie. Or Semper fighting it into turn 6 again. I did not expect turn 6 to be as big of a hotspot as it is. And Semper gives up the position, but almost through goes Small Girl. Off goes Semper. I don't know if this is lag on his side, but that is massively unfortunate. Gizmo, careful, mate, as well. As Semper's sort of trying to stay out of the way, just because he has gone off track and could be bringing stuff onto it. Crete and Rookie supremely close. Another change in lead once again down the front straight. I've not checked in with these guys in a little while. Alex makes 1 move on inside. Senna could be looking for 2 in 1 go. No, instead he settled for the 1 position. And he's still got inside on his right side. But on his inside, there is no side of inside that's alongside. I said side too many times. Got myself confused there. Mike Wallace picks up 3 seconds for track limits as Crete peels into the pit lane. There's more girl ahead of their teammate Jamie as well. So they're making positions up, left, right, centre through the first sector. Oh, plenty of stuff happening here. Lap 11:57, and we're only, what, 20%, give or take, of our way through this race. Absolute cracker. If you've missed anything out, why haven't you been watching? Would be the main question that I have for you, because holy mother of Lord. This is an absolute belter of a race. Lap 57, right, top 3 battle once again. As changing lead as Jam retakes it down into turn 1 for about the 7th time in this race. Senna ahead of Death, down into turn 1. Is Alex going to fight it? No, not quite, still a little too far away to fight that move, but he wasn't all that far off, you know. So I wouldn't be surprised if next time around we do see a little bit of fight left in the old Grim Reaper yet. As the two RBs swap position. Now that they're closer than ever. They're down in 10th and 11th. They are. As Nick Fury also gets ahead of Mike Wallace. That's for 15th place. Remember, top 15 get points around here. It's not quite top 10. It's top 15. If you know MotoGP, it's that points format, which I personally do quite like. Does still mean at the moment though that 4 drivers, if everybody else finishes, will not be getting a single point. As let's take another look at these guys, and Finns does get up into first place. And Alex gets past Senna as well into turn 1. Does Inside go for it as well? No, he doesn't. Thinks, thankfully, I think, thinks better of it. Up into turns 4 and 5 and go on board with Senna. See how fast he's going through this section. 110 through turn 4, 115 through 5. 5's a little bit more open in general. It does seem that way. It's a slightly bigger radius, so you can carry a little bit more speed into that apex, pardon me. Had a slight coughing fit, I suppose. As Senna still in 4th place. Wesley up to 17th. Semper picks up 3 seconds for track limits. Especially after all the stuff that's happened. As there's another change in lead as Jam picks up the lead once again on Finns. These pair have just been swapping the lead back and forth between each other. Any close battles? The McLarens are having at it side by side as they come into turn 2 once again. So they're that's what positions. I mean, that's not great. Because obviously they are just dropping time to the other guys instead of, you know, catching, as Jam again gets overtaken down into turn 1. Right, let's have a look at these guys, because they've strung themselves apart a little bit here. Into turn 1. I've just seen Angelo has retired from the race and gone to NASCAR Heat 5. I can't say I blame him. I do want a NASCAR game, but they're just really weirdly expensive. And I have no idea why they're that spenny. I'll be honest. But, you know, make do with what you've got, I suppose. Battle here for 3rd place. Other people to keep an eye out for. Keep an eye out for Semper, possibly making his way up the field, especially after that early little bit of contact, probably, that he had with, I think, it was Crete. As well as expect Alex to try and catch to the front guys. I wouldn't be surprised if he does give it a go and get close. Maybe if he manages to make it work on strategy, that could be an interesting proposition. I have seen races on strategy work out quite well, especially tracks like Mexico City, which doesn't seem all too dissimilar. Because it's still got high-speed S sections. The only difference is it doesn't have any low speed. Does Qatar, whereas Mexico's got a good amount of low-speed corners as well. It's got the hairpins as well, but it's got a decent amount of high-speed corners, so you can make strategy work there. You should be able to make strategy work here. I mean, the likelihood of passing under standard circumstances is not very high overall. As we are now a quarter of the way into this race, Fins leads from Jam, from Alex from Senna from inside your top 5, Tiger Buka on UCR debut, but not on international Paddock debut. He of course races in Simtech. Callum in 7th, Smoggle in 8th, Jamie in 9th, Gary ERC Blunt in 10th place with rookie 11th, Semper, who at one point was 7th, yes, 7th, is down to 12th place due to a little bit of contact through turn 7 as Jam takes the position of the lead once again from Fins, with Gizmo 13th, Nick Fury 14th, Leclerc 15th, and then Mike Wallace, Wesley, Crete, and Lord Joker rounding out your field overall. McLaren's once again trading positions. And McLaren were doing really, really well last season. I can't quite remember if they won the Constructors, but they did incredibly well. So I would not be. I am actually slightly surprised that they're at their pace because it is the same game. Where are they in the standings? They're currently 7th in the standings with 56 points to their name as it stands. That's the final standings? No, it's not. No, it is not. Okay, whoa! Whoa! Thought that was a spin from Jamie there. As Vin's peeled into the pit lane now, off the mediums. Onto another set of mediums, so he's committed to the 2-stop here. He's committed to the 2-stop here, which probably would work. I would certainly look at running a 2-stop. Medium, medium, hard. It did seem the preferred strategy by the game as Small Girl and Jamie is still fighting through turn 1. And into turn 2, there's no fight being put up by Blee Gunner in the McLaren, who are his favourite team, of course. Wesley in another track limits penalty. We'll have a look at penalties in a moment. Actually, we'll have a look at them now. Where is it? There it is. Nobody's quite in double digits. But I am also supremely proud of UCR Senna / Cam for only having 3 seconds worth at the moment. Reason being, he is known for picking up a good couple more. Was 1 penalty away from getting himself eliminated, actually, in Canada, I think last season. Yeah, last season. So, you know, that's an interesting proposition if he can keep himself under control. Battle for 17th place. Creek, Wesley and Lord Joker. All 3 of them, I do believe, have pitted. Wesley at the very start. Lord Joker a little bit further in. Crete only recently, trying to get a couple of laps. As Rookie is now in the pit lane as well. Gunning for that Constructors' Championship. Loses the position to Mike Wallace, but I imagine probably not for long, as Rookie does usually have a little bit more pace than Mike Wallace. Credit to him where it is due, of course, but Rookie usually does have a little bit more pace than Mike Wallace. See how much he closes up through here, into 4 and through to 5. Is 6 Nations on right now? Christ. I thought it was starting tomorrow. Huh. Whoa, almost under braking. Still very, very close. Rookie will probably overtake down the front straight, so that'll be back up to the points for him. Meanwhile, the McLarens are still very close to each other. By the way, 6 Nations, France 28, Wales 0. Yikes. I mean, we never expected Wales to be doing massively well, but that is horrific in the grand scheme of things. First, second half has already started with 47 minutes in on that one. By the way, 6 Nations check. We'll be doing that every now and again, because I do enjoy my rugby. Watch, yes. Right, change in second place. Alex takes, I think for the first time, second place away from Cam. Finns goes fastest, 26.180. Not that password. Never. Mike Wallace picks up 3 seconds for track limits, and oh my word, all the French substitutes are on. Good grief. Right, okay. Who are we looking at? Let's go on board with Finns versus Tiger Buka. Finns, of course, known for... was Finns into 10! Oh, he's still side by side, credit to him. Those fresher tyres still working wonders for him. As they make it into turn 12. That was a brave, that was a very, very late move. from the New Zealander. I mean, I know his internet is sometimes a little bit off, but still, Christ on a bike. That was forward. Coming through turn 2, these pair. Let's have a look at what's happening a little further down on board with Lord Joker. Into turn 10 on once again. Actually, I'm going to shut up for a little bit and let you watch a full lap on board, because this circuit is genuinely awesome. I'm just going to let you watch. We're into turn 1 though. He made the move. He must make it stick though. It's side by side. It's not quite made it. He's diving into turn 2 though. Nice braking from Wesley to pull that off. Ooh, that was gorgeous. That was a gorgeous last minute move there from the AMR. Semper picks up another 3 seconds for track limits as I've been booted out of the Xbox party that I was in to make sure that nobody else could hear me. Well, Lord Joker trying to have at it. If you bear with me just a second. I'm just going to shove myself into any Discord server, just into general, and be done with it. Cool. Okay, right. Now none of the drivers can hear me. Okay. Not that I'm trying to, you know, not that I don't want them to hear me slander them. I'm not slandering them or anything. I just, the yellow's in the second sector. Oh, hello. That's Mike Wallace just letting traffic pass. That's one of the first instances I've seen of a car being lapped in this race. Lap 23 of 57. We're approaching halfway. We're not all that far off. As we come through the middle sector here, Lord Joker does make the move on Wesley as we're looking on with the McLaren crew again. 7th in the championship this season as it stands, 4 races deep. That's not quite what we expected from these guys. Both of these guys have got a lot of pace, a lot of life in their sim racing times. So I'm ever so surprised at that being the case. Pardon me. Goodness me. Another little burp as we're almost side by side here is Callum and Tiger. Callum forcing him to take the outside line. Does Tiger break late into turn 4? We've seen it a couple of times. No opportunity there through either 4, 5 or 6. As we run with shoulder cam? It's not quite shoulder cam. It's not far off. As these guys swing it into turn 12 once again. 2nd and 3rd very close as well. There we go. Down the front straight. Wesley's retired from the session, and that's in the pit lane. Okay, so we're A-okay. Whoa. Had me worried there for a second. But we're absolutely A-okay. Six Nations update. France has just had a penalty they've kicked to the side, so they're going to have a line out. Or a throw-in, if that's what you guys want to call it, if you don't know what they are. Tiger Buka's made a move on Callum this time into turn 1, this time successful. It looks like a try's been scored there. So France on 33 points now. Rookie ahead of Gizmo, 13th place. Gary up to 10th as well. Not great, but especially considering that, you know, well, he is hoping that he's going to make the move into... Ooh. That's close. Into, you know, try to get into championship contention. It's a little bit... What's the right word for it? It's not ideal, I think, shall we say. Callum closing in, hunting Tiger down. Can he manage it? Yes, he can. Into turn 1 once again. Makes that point up to 5th place. That was worth, I think, an extra 2 points in the grand scheme of things. Nick Fury picks up 3 seconds for track limits. So what's penalties looking like? Semper's the first man on double digits. There's still a good amount of people that actually haven't picked up a penalty. Fins, Callum, Tiger, Jamie, inside Rookie and Leclerc. None of them have picked up a penalty as yet. But of course there is still, you know, more than half of the race to go. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a couple of those picking up penalties. Meanwhile, on board with Tiger Buka. I'll say RFL debutant. No, it's UCR debutant. Making his way down front straight once again. Lap 27, 57, 31 to go here in the night at Qatar, and he's making the move, and he's making that very nice. And he's got to head into the first corner. Oh, he's closing, no, closing his Callum. No chance there. The McLaren's also very, very close. Does he? No, he doesn't. Thinks better of it. But for second, we'll keep an eye on as well, because Death very close to... Well, Senna very close to Death, and Fins has closed up once again to this battle. Pardon me. Again, that's my mouth, not my bum. You don't need to worry about me farting. I haven't got a mic near me bum. So it's okay. Right, Fins right on the back of this. Fresher tyres than the guys ahead. Those have had those mediums since the start. Jams peeled into the pit lane to put on some hards. As here comes Fins down the inside. So strategy playing its part finally in this race. As we come through towards the halfway point. Those new tyres still working very nicely for Fins, and I imagine he's going to want to pit in about another 10 laps or so for a set of hards and run those to the end. That seems like a pretty plausible option. Softs you don't want to run here just because, you know, it is a slightly higher deg track because of all the fast corners you're running through. I mean, here a lot of tyre pressure, tyre load, sorry, is being put on. This is the battle for the race lead as it stands. As Jamie picks up his first I believe, penalty. So the McLarens both have penalties. The only... is there a squad that isn't fully penalised? Oh, Haas doesn't have a single penalty on it. I'd say Aston Martin, but Senna's just picked up another. Down towards turn number 16 we go. Change for the lead here on the cards as we come down towards turn 1 once again, starting lap 29. So we are past halfway now. And Fins does overtake Alex for that first spot here. As Leclerc picks up, well, just as I say that Haas is the only team that hasn't got a penalty, Leclerc picks up 3 for track limits. Six Nations update, nothing has really changed other than Wales actually having the ball and trying to make moves. Not very many, granted, but they're still trying, I suppose. Better to try than not. Tiger Buka, sorry, in the pit lane. Could be over a second by the time we get into the pit, into the front straight again between Fins and Alex. In fact, already is. And we're not even in the third sector, so those medium tyres still working very nicely. However, the advantage is for I don't got it. Thanks. Cool. The advantage is for them pair that they haven't actually pitted yet. So some would argue that's possibly not exactly the greatest strategy option. The Senna peels into the pit lane, strap on a set of hards, run those to the end, and Bob will be your uncle at that point. It's down towards the pit lane. Out come the Williams cars as well, because Callum has come in. As well, come in from 4th place. He's left the session. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. I can't invite him, unfortunately, because I don't have him, and he's on... or is he on Steam? I wonder if... Let me try something. If you bear with me just a second. Yeah, I could do it this way. Invite to my game. Gorgeous! Nick Fury into the pits as well, so we're getting cars pitting off of the one stop. On board with Small Girl still right there behind their teammate. You can see the amount of speed that they're pulling through some of these corners. Ordinarily, obviously, you know, this is sim racing. The body doesn't necessarily exert as much G's, if any, of course. Do me like that. I actually wanted to jump to Lord Joker. There we go. Right, we're on board with 16th place. But the body doesn't actually exert, obviously, as much as it probably used to. As Creek goes deep, something happened with Fins there. He's lost a good little bit of time, I think, possibly going deep into turn number 7. As Semper also pits for fresh rubber. This is his first stop, so he could possibly use the mediums to the end. However, those mediums, they don't work all too well, though. That's the problem. We've got to be a little bit careful of Crete. Fights Gizmo to get into the points, gets further into the points. Does Lord Joker do the same? Yes, he does. A little bit of a dive into turn 1, but he still picks up that position nonetheless. So we come into turn 2. Lord Joker's thrown himself back into the point, and Gizmo is outside of them. Remember, it is top 15 that pick up points, not just top 10. It is the MotoGP points format. By the way, if you do have any questions, please do not be afraid to ask. I do have the chat open, so I can answer any questions as Gary picks up 3 seconds for track limits. We're an hour 45 into this stream. We've probably got another 40 odd minutes to go. Hopefully not too long left. By the way, you can catch all of the races that we have across the International Paddock Stratosphere, as I like to call it, on YouTube. You can catch them as recent as literally Wednesday, and today is Friday. So, you know, you can catch them incredibly quickly sometimes. Jam, 3 seconds for track limits. Pops his penalty count up a little bit. Penalties, we expected them to be a big problem. I don't know if we quite anticipated them to be as big as this. As changing position here, down towards turn 1 again. Lord Joker gets ahead of Crete as Gizmo peels into the pit lane for fresh tyres. He comes out in 17th place, not too far behind the great Michael Wallace. As changing to 7th and 8th place as well as inside, loses the position to Tiger Buka. Inside could definitely be regarded as a championship contender. He has been doing quite well. If I grab the standings, which are there. Inside, well, he's currently 24. Yeah, 24 points away, which is a race win, granted. But, you know, 2 podiums to his name out of 4 events. No pole position. But doing quite well nonetheless. No win yet either, so I imagine he's going to be hankering for one. Finn's looking to take 3 out of 4 wins as well, if things keep going as is. Lord Joker overtakes Gary for 15th place. Rookie up to 10th as it stands. So, you know, the man with consistency seems to be doing better than the man that's trying to fight for the championship, according to the man with consistency. Death in the pit lane, on to mediums, I do believe, to the end, I think. Yes, it is mediums to the end. Fresh mediums work very, very nicely. We have seen that. The question is, of course, will those mediums last? Well, they will last. It's just going to be a big, big drop-off at some point, because it's not particularly a tyre that you want to be on for more than 20 laps. So the last couple of laps are going to be a little bit of a struggle, as Tiger Buka's really inserted himself into this battle here for 5th place, and it is side by side here with Jamie. Tiger's going to have the outside line. Tiger is showing up in force tonight. Good heavens. Oh my word. Doing really, really well. And he's going to be chasing after Death, who could be running away. It depends. We'll see. We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if he does catch up over time, as Senna loses a position here to Death down towards turn 1. And the race has sort of slightly come back a little bit. Lap 35 and 57.23 to go. As France have just scored another try as well, so it takes them to 6 tries, I think. Looks to be 6 tries for the French. Could be going up to 40-0. Yes, Wales is still on nil. I'm a little bit I'm somewhat surprised by that as well. I figured they'd at least be able to put something past. But meanwhile, Crete and Gary having it at it side by side. These two get out relatively well. Of course, both commentators in the paddock. He gets that position over Crete. Does Gary? Death picks up the fastest lap at the moment. Fastest lap is 1 point. 25.052. Jamie in the pit lane as well, as everybody's sort of stringing themselves out a little bit at this time. We'll see what Jamie does in the pits. He has hards on, so I'd imagine 20 laps on mediums. You can easily run that. So those McLaren guys look really weird. That black is not really a black, if I'm honest. Doesn't quite look right. As there's Small Girl, who's actually going to be ahead out of the McLaren. Is it going to be Jamie or is it going to be Small Girl? It's side by side and Small Girl does make up that position. So Jamie, theoretically, will have the better rubber later on, but the warmer rubber, I think, for Small Girl will work a little bit better, at least at this early stage. Semper in the pits again. Senna, 3-second track limits penalty. Where does that put him on the penalty list? Puts him on 12. Second highest, along with Mike Wallace. Couple of guys on 9, a couple more on 6, a good few more on 3. Oh. What a chip and chase attempt. Everybody has really sort of strung themselves out. Callum, as it stands, making gains to try to catch to Tiger Buka, but couldn't quite really pull that off. Death closing as well to Fins. Jam has got that fresh hard tyre on as well. Now this is going to be interesting. That top battle, in fact, we'll jump over there because Alex is catching, but how long will that continue? Basically. Because obviously he's going to have the theoretical pace advantage now, because he is on softer rubber, but softer rubber lasts less. And that is part of the problem. France has now just been issued a yellow card with a review. As Alex has cut down the gap a little bit. He's cut it down by about half a second, so he's not quite within DRS range, but that could very easily be closed up a little bit later. We'll see what happens as they come through. noise. Don't know why that's there, but you know. We move. Rookie peeling into the pits once again, putting another set of tyres on. Alex still 1.3 seconds away. So not within DRS range, not this time, but we've got a battle here for 5th and 6th place with Callum right up there. Nick Fury track limits penalty. Callum ahead of Tiger. Jamie and the McLarens swap positions. Yellows for cars moving out of the way. Bit of a scrap in the Six Nations battle. I know it sounds like I'm keeping a well, I am keeping a very, very close eye on that Six Nations fight, but I am, of course, still also keeping a very, very close eye on what's happening here, at least trying. Gap's been cut down, though. So maybe not this time. But next time, we should surely be seeing a position change. Sempers retired from the session in the pit lane. Unfortunate to see, because he was doing quite well, at least at the start, and it just seems to sort of faded away by that point, by this point, and it really is unfortunate. I thought he could very easily just take it and take that early momentum and just run with it, but seems not to be the case, unfortunately. Yellows again for track. Actually, that is for Semper coming out of the pit lane. That's going to be something that drivers need to keep aware of, because otherwise, well, it's happened before. Someone could very easily be taken out. It's happened multiple times previous as Fins and Death go at it. That 40 of 57 is going to be 17 as these guys cross the line this time around. Here they go, down the front straight. Has Fins' gamble worked? Doesn't seem to have worked yet, however. It does not necessarily mean that, you know, that Fins can't make the move back. He could very easily do that. Just depends on the tyre wear. Don't run it out too much. Fins could very easily make it back. Just needs to sort of keep in that, because he can use these hard tyres as much as he damn well wants. France is just, the yellow has been upgraded to a red card, by the way. What else is going on? Let's have a gander. McLaren's still very close. They have been for most of the race. They don't really fight it, but they are close. It's always worth mentioning. Callum and Tiger also very, very close. We're on board with the Alpine. He's going to be closing up to the back end of the Williams. Williams currently, there's only one car in the race as it stands, as Fins does retake first place into turn one as well. Does Tiger do the same thing? Yes, he does, down towards the first corner. It's a very long right-hand corner. So I'm not particularly surprised that he's been able to make that work. It's pretty standard stuff. Coming through turn 6, McLaren's still very close. Also worth keeping an eye on Crete and Joker, 13th and 14th. Sauber against Alpine as they swing it in to that final sector. I love this final sector, just purely in terms of a driving experience. It is one hell of a set of corners. Yells in the third sector, that'll be for traffic getting out of the way, and in comes Joker actually. Good braking to get to the pit lane. Off the hards, softs. Ooh. I don't know. I think Sauce might be a little bit too early. I understand why he's gone for the gamble, as Callum and Tiger have at it once again. But I'm not sure on that. I will be 100% honest. I'm not 100% sure on that. Don't quite know if I like that. I think it might be just a couple laps too early. If we were 5 laps later, I'd say, yeah, sure, why not? But I just don't know if... if it's not a little bit too early for that. That's my concern. But we'll see. We will see. Finn's close again to death. We're on board. Car's moving out of the way. That's Crete. Here comes Finn's making the most of that opportunity. Down into turn 1. Oh my word. If these guys can stay up close toward, for the rest of the race, I think the end of this race could be quite interesting. Tiger Buka picks up 3 seconds for track limits. Let's show you what the track limits pens look like. That's what they look like. Crucially for some of these battles, Finn's doesn't have any. Jam has 6, Det has 3. And also, Tiger Buka has 3, so he needs to get past Callum and get substantially ahead to keep that 5th place, which even then, 6th place on debut with talent like this is still very good, as Alex actually picks up 6 seconds for going wide at 15. We've just seen that. That is not ideal. As here comes Alex once again. Despite that off at 15, he does make that move into turn 1, and they are within a second now of Jam. Yellows for Leclerc, probably just for getting out of the way of his teammate. Oh, pardon me. The top 3 are really close. As you can see, McLaren is still close. Tiger Buka and Callum still close. They've been close for quite a long while. But goodness me. By the way, France have scored again. It is 43-0 to the French. We're on board with Death. Trying to close up to Jam. Jam is the car ahead. Fins is the car behind. Possibly a double slipstream here for the New Zealander, as Alex does get past into the first corner. And into this final section. We're almost at 10 to go. Callum ahead of Tiger Buka. They're side by side. Tiger's got the inside here to turn 2. Does Callum make that work through 3? Yes, he does. He retakes 5th place. Oh, Tiger Buka still contact as he tries to squeeze his way on the inside of turn 4. That was unlikely to happen, but he still managed to make it work nevertheless. Very, very close with some of these battles up here. We're on 12 to go. It's going to be 11 as these guys cross the line. On board with Jam, who's in 2nd place at the moment. Let's have a look at the tyres as well. The mediums should theoretically be working pretty well, but they're pretty worn in now, so we could be getting to the point, at least here, where the hards are on par at least with the hards. Is down towards turn 1. Does Jam try to force his way inside? No, he does not. Thinks better of it. Yellow's first, second. That's for track limits, and Fins makes a massive opportunistic move out of nowhere and gets past. I did not see that coming. Rather than we see him move into turn 2, just into turn 2 in itself. As we peel through into the final, final 10 laps or so almost. Alex still leads the race and would still be leading the championship as it stands. Death ahead of Fins, ahead of Jam, I think. Would Inside take 2nd place? I don't know, but Fins looks like he probably would be up there. Pardon me. The Six Nations game is over, by the way. 43-0. That is a shocking score. If you follow rugby, that is a horrific score. Because not only is it to 0, but also it's a battering to 0. That is really unfortunate for the for Welsh rugby. Death still in 2nd place. Fins leads the race as it stands. Coming out of the middle sector now into the final one. Anything happening in Discord? No. In here? No. We'll be cutting to an ad break in a sec, so don't go anywhere, because we've got the final couple of laps of this race left to go, and with these guys it could be quite interesting. Jam's lost a lot of time though, so who really knows what could happen. Death takes the lead. Let's do a bit of maths, shall we? 25. Fins could. I do think Fins will probably take 2nd place if things finish as is, as Tiger Buka's retired from the session. Oh no! What's happened? Oh no, he looked to be having a really, really good debut. I don't know what's happened there. That is really unfortunate. Damn. Morgan picks up 3 seconds for track limits. As we are starting lap 50 of 57, so 8 to go now. We really are approaching the end of the race. I had to retire, didn't have enough fuel to end, was pushing way too hard after pit stop. That is a big old problem. Finns takes the lead. We were talking with Rookie earlier. Fuel is a massive, and I do genuinely mean a massive deciding factor here. If you don't put enough fuel, you are, pardon my French, but totally fucked. Jam's dropped back a little bit here, so I think the lead battle is going to be between this top pair. I don't really see anything else really happening. As these guys are coming through. We've seen a lot of overtakes in a few different positions, which I did not think we could see overtakes. We saw turn 4 and 5 work wonders. Turn 6 as well. That's a little bit less of a surprise, but still, the amount of moves that we had was a surprise. What else did we have? Into 10 once or twice. Into turn 2, not even into turn 1, into turn 2 just by itself was pretty entertaining, but this one's just going to be a standard move down towards turn 1, as we've seen plenty of times, and Alex is going to retake the lead down into the first corner. Question is, though, who is going to, emerge the winner? If things stay as is, Finns is going to take it here. Through the middle sector now. Jam is still in this, at least on the road. Obviously, penalties doing what they do. They're probably not going to win the race. But at least on the road, if he can sort of shove his way in there, I could very easily see him as a contender for that win. We're on board with Jam. Poor exit though. Much better one for Finns, who's going to be charging down. See how fast he goes actually. Down into that first corner, 94, 95, 96. Does he hit 200? Oh, for a brief moment. Yeah, he does. He hits 200 miles an hour down into turn 1. It's a bit of a higher downforce circuit here. So I'm not surprised that he's struggling to get those 200 figures, but as I try and scratch my hair a little bit, still unfortunate. Well, it's still fortunate that we do actually get 200, even if it is for a brief moment. Finn's now just running away with it, it seems. Managed to pull a gap on Death. Not quite sure if it's a mistake or just tyres again going off. We expected the tyres to, just after 20 laps, sort of dissipate a little bit, because it's happened to quite a few of the other drivers, and he's on almost 20. So I wouldn't be surprised, but he's sort of keeping in touch around about the same distance for the past half a lap or so. So I imagine it's probably more so a mistake than anything. It does seem to be that way. As we're on 5 to go now, rounding off this slow, again, another slow burner of a race. It does happen around Qatar. It's one of the typical slow burners. But it's still, you know, provided a good couple of moments here or there. Oh, Joker's still on the softs. A little bit of a surprise. I did not really expect the softs to last more than 10 laps. They're on 10 now. And I imagine he's going to use those to the end, otherwise he's going to lose another point. Oh my goodness, right. 4.5 to go. As they swing it into the final sector. Anything happening in the Discord? Not as such. Finn still leads, but Alex is going to close up. Could actually probably pick up the position here. Question is whether he wants to. There's a completely separate question. On board, Alex, yes, he does actually. He very much wants that position, and so does Jam. Is he going to try and squeeze past? No, he doesn't. I don't know if he understands that it's not his race or something like that, but he doesn't go for it, really. And stays back in third place. At least if he sort of stays back, doesn't try and force his way in, he can guarantee himself a podium, which he will very much enjoy. Jamie, 3 seconds track limits. What does that put him on? Where is Jamie? 6 seconds. Only 2 penalties to his name. Callum looks like he's going to pick up 4th place. Ended up down to 5th. Small Girl could take. The McLarens could swap. Not quite sure if they will, but one thing is probably going to be for sure is that Inside is going to pick up at least 1 position on Small Girl. Maybe not on Jamie overall. Leclerc picks up 3 seconds for track limits again. That's right. 3 more runs down here, including this one. Finn's to the lead once again. Into that first corner. Is he going to try and run away with this now, though? Because well, Jam's on 9 seconds, Death is on 6. So, I mean, the thing is, either way, he picks up that position and he gets the win anyway. So it's not like it matters. But again, like, you want to win on the road. Do you know what I mean? You want to say, oh yeah, penalties don't matter. I'll win anyway. So I can see why, you know, they're pushing for it. But at the same time, just sort of make sure that you're not, you know, losing too many positions. Especially in the case of Death and Jam, because if Death loses 3 seconds to Jam, that's a complete swap in the podium. That's right, here we go. 2 more tours of the track. That is an ominous set of people standing in the background. I don't quite know if you saw that. But on that is really ominous. Yeah, on those stairs. It's horrifically ominous. I'm not sure I'm a fan of that. It's funny though, but it's unsettling, certainly. Mike Wallace picks up 3 for track limits. So we've got 1.5 more runs around here. Creek takes 12th place away from Lord Joker, but you probably would have done that on penalties anyway, so it's not a particularly big worry for the Sauber. A lot of the lower positions have been decided. Mike Wallace is the only car at the moment not to be picking up any points, but they're still, around about a lap. Gary's going to be picking up at least 1 position on Nick Fury. I think it'll be only 1 position on Nick Fury, so he'll go up to 9th place. Rookie will stay in 11th. He's not quite close enough. Right, here we go. Does Death take it? Round the outside. Careful for traffic there. As Finns holds that inside line. You've got to be careful for the Red Bull that's right ahead. Finns isn't going to fight it. I think he knows that he's going to pick that up off of the track anyway. So it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. But Finns are going to... Does he dive into turn 4? No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. It's happened a few times. We've seen a few people try, but for his own sake, I think, thankfully, that's not happened. We're on board with Death, who now actually Finns, who seems to be, well, he is in the driving seat for the win. He won last week. Did he win last week? I'm relatively sure he won last week. I'm going to make sure before I think. Yes, he won last week. And, I mean, he's come to the league with a vengeance. Putting up a challenge to Alex. He's only going to pick up 5 points on the Brit, on the 2-time champion, but he's making his mark known. Death may win on track, but he's certainly not winning off it. Round the final corner they come. Sauber versus Mercedes. I mean, if you said that in real life, you'd be insane. But they come across the line. It is going to be Alex that takes the win here. Finn's in second. And Jam is going to take 3rd place away from the Mercedes. Senna is going to finish 4th on track, but Callum is going to pick up that 4th spot, and Cam is going to drop to 5th place. Crete picks up another 3-second track limits penalty, but that doesn't really change anything. Rookie 1 lap down, Gizmo and Leclerc 2. As we're going to have a lot of cars that are still going to be coming around. Callum picks up that 4th place. What was the gap? 8.5 seconds. Here come the McLarens. Jamie is going to keep that 6th place. Teammates working together. Jamie's given the advantage. The small girl. There we go. So we're all okay. Inside, he's going to pick up 7th place. As well, we did say he's going to pick up at least 1. He picks up exactly 1. Gary coming around the final couple of corners as well to finish up his race. Behind him, Nick Fury, and in front of him, Mike Wallace as well. Driver of the day. I don't want to say Finns because I'm pretty sure we gave it to him last week. I'm going to say Jam, because he did really well in qualifying, and without those penalties, I'd say he did really well he would have done really well in the race. So I'm going to say Jam for the, we're calling it the International Paddock Driver of the Day. That's what I think it's technically sort of called. But there's your results. 16 drivers, pardon me, finished the race. A variety of 1 to 2 laps down. 4 retirements, but that's it from us here in London. My name's been Kacper. Thank you very much for watching, and take care. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.